So I don't have to tell you that running ultramarathons is hard. If you're watching this, you're probably a runner, thinking about becoming a runner or trying to get back into it. And you know, running isn't always easy. It's simple, but it's not easy. I've been running ultramarathons since 2014. I've run, I think, over 28 ultramarathons, and I've picked up a couple nuggets or two over these years to kind of help myself out, give me a little more confidence when I go into these races, knowing that there's still a good chance of failure. They're not a given. You know how much you prepare. You can prepare for everything you can think of and still have issues, still have things come up that you never thought of. And I've proven that on this channel. You always find something new to overcome or think of, add it to the list. So ultra running is problem solving. It's preparing, troubleshooting, endurance, troubleshooting, and just pure toughness. Really, it's what gets you through these things. Training is fun. It's about the journey. But the number one tip I could give you, and what I would do right now if I just started off ultra running, is I would focus a lot more on time on feet. Now, I've mentioned this a lot on this channel. Stand as much as you can, walk as much as you can. Running does not have to be, especially if you're just starting off, it doesn't have to be all running. I would have mixed in a lot more walk-run strategy and training. I came from road running. I came from 5Ks, 10Ks, half marathons, marathons, and you ran the whole time, even in training. Which, if I was going to go run 10 miles, I'd run that fast. Wasn't training appropriate then, but still, if I want to go run for 3 hours, in my mind, I'm like, wow, I'm going to be out there for 20 miles. It doesn't have to be that. Stretching the time out, taking advantage of slower miles. Let it go of the ego and trying to impress people on Strava. So if you have a 3-hour run and you only get 12 or 15 miles, that's what you got to do. Get more time on your feet and allow you to prepare your muscles, your tendons, fascia, bones, all that, your feet, for more time on your feet. Because at the beginning, and for a lot of people in ultras, the feet and the legs is what takes you out. And to prepare for that, you need to spend more time preparing those elements, those parts of your body. And you have to do that through more time on your feet. So it's a little more pride swallowing to be slower, but you need to be able to stretch your energy reserves over time. If you're just surviving, say a marathon, you could still battle through a 50K. 50 miles would be extremely tough. If you're somebody who's crushing marathons, then 50Ks are nothing to you. You wouldn't even need to really change anything in your training. You just run a little bit further. A 50 miler would be a little tougher, but you'd be in shape enough to survive it. That's what you need to do, and that's what I would do if I was starting off again, and that's what I do now that I'm a little bit older and wiser. Now, this next tip is just as important as anything, if not the most important thing in distance running and ultra running, and that's nutrition. And I don't mean go out there and figure it out on the fly. Race day is not the day you should be figuring out what works with your stomach. It should not be. You should understand your caloric intake needs: sodium, potassium, magnesium, all of the things that your body's going to need over an extended amount of time, longer than your longest long run, longest than your longest race. So if you're coming from marathons, you're probably used to popping gels here and there and just kind of getting through it. That's not gonna, unless you're an elite, It's not going to fly in ultramarathons. You're going to need to practice. And man, I wish I would have done this more on some very long runs. So long, slow runs. And this is where it kind of coalesces with number one, spending more time on your feet. Well, if you go out on a, say, a 5 or 6 hour long run, long distance training run, it's not something you're out there burning yourself out. It's definitely something you're going to go out there and zone 2 and slower with some pickups here and there to try to simulate race day and what you would need and what works with your stomach. I have definitely changed what works with me over time. Some people can get away with using tailwind and gels and all kinds of different things. I've come to find out that I can use some gels, not the super sweet ones. I definitely like the ones with the chia seeds in it, but I deal better with whole foods, or at least foods in general, normal foods, not gels, not supplements. Peanut butter and jellies, bacon, quesadillas, pizza, whatever I can get my hands upon. And race day, those are the things you need to be able to ensure your body needs, because I go into a caloric deficit pretty quickly in races. I try to take in at least 300 to 400 calories an hour, which definitely not enough, but your stomach can only process about 400 calories an hour. The things it takes out people at the beginning and out of many races, no matter how many years you've been doing it, it's stomach issues. It's not being able to handle food and upsetting your stomach, or not taking in enough food and having a serious bonk session, and you're trying to catch up. Now it seems like it's something simple, but you have to practice this. You don't want to be finding this stuff out in the middle of a 50 miler, 100 miler, 200, whatever it is you're running. You got to get that figured out, and figured out early, so it's not something that surprises you and you don't know how to troubleshoot it. You should know this stuff going into the race, and it's definitely going to help you from DNFing over stomach issues. All right, my watch just let me know, my new Garmin Enduro 3 just let me know I dropped my phone somewhere, that it was left. Has reconnected. Looking for connection. Let me know I dropped it somewhere. I was about, I don't know, 70, 80 yards away when it let me know. Ah, look at that. So this third one is advice I definitely and seriously heed new runners, first timers, to really think about. And that is being completely honest with yourself, with an honest goal. Now, 100 milers is not typically the first race for anyone, but everyone, when they think about an ultra marathon, has some sort of goal time in their mind. They might not say it. They may say, I just want to finish. But there's always a goal. They don't say it because they're embarrassed to say it, but in their mind, I know, been there. You need to lower the stress, unnecessary stress in ultra marathons, no matter when in your career you are. So being honest with yourself at any level, at any length of time in your career, is always going to help you more than it hurts you. Like if you're training for 100 and you're 24 hours or bust, but you don't have 24-hour legs, you haven't trained for it, why? Why say it? Why try to do it? You're going to smoke yourself, and you're going to unnecessarily bonk and just have an even harder day in something that's already hard to begin with. So when you're planning, you should be able to take times from other races you've run, training times, things like that, and honestly identify a goal time. And then that can be your goal time, as long as it's an honest effort. Look at this right here, trees down everywhere. That can be your A race. And I would set a B and C, because shit's gonna happen. You're gonna bonk. You're gonna be tired, whether or not because you didn't sleep enough the week before, the week leading up to the race, or the night before, nerves, or you decided that you're gonna run pretty close to your half marathon PR or marathon PR the first part of the race, for no reason other than you can do it. And then you quickly realize, that's what they mean by a pacing strategy. So it does feel good if you're in shape to run 20 miles and you can just go ahead and run 20 miles. But if you're running a 50 miler or 100 miler and you run the first 100 or 20, but you're not in shape to continue running, it's going to be a long day. You'll have a really good first part of the race, really good 20 miles. And then you're going to have a really crappy sufferfest for 30 or 80 more miles, depending on the race. Or 40 if you're running 100K. These are the things you need to think about. And it's okay. There's no egos in this. What you want to do, train the best you can. Put in an honest effort, a lot of time on your feet, so that you can be mentally tough out there. Be confident in what you do know. You can't control everything, but you can control the things you know. You can control effort. You can control pace. You can control nutrition and hydration. Those things you can control. And as long as you execute those, you gotta let the chips fall where they may. Put in an honest effort, but don't stress yourself out with some unattainable goal. Now, there are elites out there, and that's not who I'm talking to, that can go out there and absolutely put an unattainable goal, and they have the fitness and the training and the mental toughness to maybe get there. But if these are your first times at these distances, I would pace yourself. Conserve energy. Spread that energy out over a longer effort. And then you can pivot from that in the future. If you find out that, yeah, I had more in the tank, guess what? You got information now. You got more data to make a better decision in the future to improve times. Get more time on your feet and be more successful. That's what this whole thing is about. Troubleshooting, problem solving, enjoying nature, enjoying each other out there. Shouldn't be that hard. It shouldn't be that stressful. Enjoy it. It's about the journey. It's not about the destination. Don't worry about DNFs. Worry about putting one foot in front of the other and continuing to move forward, not only in training, not only in life, not only in races, but in every single thing you do in your life. That's all I got. I'll talk to y'all later. I'm gonna finish this run. It's starting to rain. Let's go.